Hello there, I'm Scotty, you're not, and it's time, now that we've finished reviewing all the movies in Wrestle-A-Thon, it's time to rank all 15 movies I did in Wrestle-A-Thon and take a little break ski, because I needs it, because I do. So we got 15 movies, worst to best, worst of the bunch. Number 15 is See No Evil 2. And for me, it's a decent start until you get towards the end of the film where it's just, first of all, because they waited so long to do this, they couldn't remake any of the actors. They'd be too old to do it because this takes place right after that. Because they waited so long to do it and they made it take place right after that, you can't have any other actors come back. No Michael, no Kira, no Christine, nothing. So you got the new set of characters. You got Scream Queens, Danielle Harris, Catherine Isabel. You got Michael Eklund, who was also in another one, Marine 3, which you'll see later on here. And then the guy from the Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark episodes. It becomes your typical slasher film, where I feel like the first one was a little more into the religion type based stuff. This one just goes full slasher. It dabbles back into that religion thing, but not as much. Like, he's not pulling out people's eyes like he did in the first one. One time he does that towards the end of the movie, and every single bad character, every single protagonist dies in this, which is a big negative for me. You need to have at least the final girl, and your final girl is presented as Danielle Harris. And she gets killed off before Zeke. I don't remember the guy's name, but the guy from Are You Afraid of Goosebumps. And he's able to get out. But, like, Kane teleports so much in this movie, it makes no sense. Like, there's a point in the film where Danielle Harris is trying to get out through the window, but she hears Kane coming, so she gets back in, and he's coming around the corner. And so they try to go out the side door, and Kane is just magically at the side door and stabs her through the side door, and she dies. No. Bullshit. That makes no sense. How could you be over on way on the other side of the building and then be on the side of the building so fucking fast and know exactly where they're going? It makes no sense. And the fact that he's hiding inside Zeke's car, no. He would have seen him in there. He's a giant guy. And how did he get to the car before Zeke? He would have to get to the car before Zeke. He was filled with fucking fluid. Man, no, it makes no sense. They just have to have Kane win because he's the big star of the movie. No. Number 14, The Marine 2. And I've already explained this in my Marine ranking, so I'll keep it short. But Ted DiBiase can't act. The plot is just a rehash of the first one in a tropical setting. Add Michael Rooker, which makes it a little bit okay, but meh. Villain is generic. And, there's not as much surviving explosions, which doesn't make it fun. It's not as fun as the first one, so, yeah. Next, number 13 is The Condemned. And look, I know a lot of people like this movie, and I thought it was okay. From this point up, I could rewatch them again. Okay? I could rewatch these movies again. I'm probably never going to watch See No Evil 2 again. I have no reason to. I'm probably not going to watch The Marine 2 again. Have no reason to. Everything from this, I'll give another rewatch. Some in the higher echelon I might actually buy if I don't have them. So, yeah. But The Condemned, for me, I will give another rewatch, but it feels like something we've seen before. People on an island, they're trying to survive. They're being killed off one by one. It's the greatest game, or the most dangerous game. Van Damme did it better. The Pest did it. It was more entertaining with The Pest. It's the most dangerous game, basically, with more contestants. And Stone Cold Steve Austin is a badass, but I just wasn't into it that much. Really, it's just, like I said, the first time I tried to watch this, I got bored and turned it off. Way back in the day. It was after Raw, like 10 o'clock at night. And then watching it again, I was into it, but not as much as I thought I would be. So, yeah. No offense to anyone who does like it. I understand. Smoking City of Austin is badass. But number 12 is Marine 4, Moving Target. And like I said in my ranking for that, the person he's trying to save, a moving plot device. That's it. She makes bad decisions because if she doesn't, the movie wouldn't go on. And then we find out in the freaking movie that she was able to upload this information she's carrying as a whistleblower the entire fucking time, but doesn't do it until the end of the movie, and it's frustrating. Because if she did it right away, there wouldn't be a movie. I mean, I could still be after her to kill her, but, just a killer, but it wouldn't be any, why are they doing this, But yeah. And like I said, I would rewatch that again. It's a decent film, but, Number 11 is the original See No Evil. And I thought this was going to be in the higher picks for me, but it did go down because it is a little grimy looking, It's not the best acting. A couple of good actors in this. Christina Vidal, the guy with the one arm, Michael. Kira's okay. And Kane is good. But there's a lot of religious stuff in it. So, if you're turned off by that, which I'm not completely, there's a lot. And if you want to listen to Jesus Loves the Little Children a million times, by all means watch this movie because they play it constantly. But, yeah, it was nice to rewatch it, but, it's better than the second one, I'll tell you that, but, it went down a lot, what can I say? Number 10 is the original Marine. Like I said, this is just an entertaining film with John Cena surviving every explosion ever in this film. Robert Patrick is fantastic as the villain. I like Morgan and Jugarman, the other guy, Viscera, who dies. This is a fun movie, which is why it's up so high, but, it is the lowest of the 3 John Cena movies I have on here. Well, 4 if you count the Flintstones, but Well, 4 or 5 if you count the Flintstones and Scooby-Doo. But, thinking of which, number 9 is The Reunion. And this is a nice little action flick. And it has that family thing, too. You got Amy Smart, who I know from Stargirl. Boyd Holbrook. I didn't realize that was him until I started watching. He has longer hair here. He's from Logan. And Dog Predator, which I don't think is as bad as people say it is. Ethan Embry's in this, and he's pretty good. And yeah, it's a fun little action film with a family. They're told, hey, you have to start a business for 2 years. So they decide to save these people. Dangerous search for a kidnapped billionaire. Yeah, the guy that's been kidnapped, and we got to save this guy. Yeah. And they're going to get the reward money. And, yeah. But it's a fun film. All right, these are back in a row, but you got Flintstones. Number 8 is Flintstones Stone Age SmackDown. Number 7 is the Scooby-Doo WrestleMania Mystery. And just sum it up, these are fun animated films with WWE superstars. They're in the middle of this countdown because they're middle movies. I feel like, they're kid films. They're fun little films, not to be taken seriously. And it's nice to kind of watch them every once in a while to get a little fun. But I'm bunching them together because they're just, they're not real films to me. I could take them out of this and it wouldn't matter. But I put them in the middle because, they're fun. All right. Number 6, the Marine 6, Close Quarters. That's why I messed up the number 6 in my Marine ranking, because I looked down and I saw 6, so I said number 6. No, number 6. Number 3. Yeah, this is number 6 here. Oops. Spoilers for my Marine ranking. Oops. Oh, you've seen it before this, but yeah, it's fun to see Jake Carter working off someone like Shawn Michaels or, Luke. In this, Becky Lynch is not a bad villain, but it's basically 3 hash 5. I'll be a little less fun without, The other gang members inside Becky Lynch are kind of meh, but it's fun. And they had the balls to kill off Jake Carter, spoiler alert. It's a nice little action flick. Number 5 is Interrogation, starring Edge. And this film actually blew me away a little bit because the twist, while it doesn't really make sense in the end, it was a nice twist. Didn't see it coming. And it was, it was fun to watch. And I'm probably going to end up trying to buy this movie because I really enjoyed it. The little bank heist thing with a twist. And, it's nice to see the actor Patrick Sabongui have a bigger role than just a henchman or a minor walk-on role like he does in movies mostly, but here, pretty big role. So, yeah. And number 4, the Marine 5 Battleground. You got The Miz going. Like I said in my Marine ranking, this is The Miz at his best in acting form. This is The Miz at his best. He is fantastic. He literally carries his movie because he carries Cole around the entire film. I like the gang of bikers, although some of them don't have enough to do. But, Bo Dallas, if you told me that Bo Dallas would be a badass in this film, I would have laughed in your face. But he is great. And then if he'd be the final boss, I'd laugh in your face. But he is great in this. He's a great villain. And it's a great film. All right. Number 3 is Legendary, the movie with John Cena, where he's a former all-star professional amateur wrestler, I guess I should say, whose life didn't go that way. He has to go the way he wanted. He has to mentor his little brother. Their mom's against it, but he does eventually. It's an inspiring film. So my nose itches a lot right now. Inspiring film that really works. And it's kind of like a Rocky type film with the way it ends. And yeah, it's a great film. I didn't expect this to be so good. I put it in like, okay, let's put it in. Probably going to be bored. But I was hooked on this movie from the beginning to end. And it's great. Number 2 is The Condemned 2, starring Randy Orton. And again, after watching the first, I'm like, I don't think this is going to be any better. But it was. It was miles better. For one, it's a little bit different. It's the same kind of concept where people are trying to kill each other, but it has like different rules. It's not a contest per se. It's people being threatened, and you're out on the road. They're moving around to different locations, and eventually, these people trying to kill each other are like, "Hey, let's just work together and take this guy down." And it's great. And you got Randy Orton in this, and you got who plays his dad? Tip my tongue. I feel like I should know it. Not Michael Rooker. Roberts. Eric Roberts is his dad, and he's great in this. I'm gonna fight this villain. I will say that the beginning of the movie showing that the villain was going to be Wes Studi, I was like, all right. And then he gets killed off, and we get generic bad guy. Generic henchman turned main bad guy. And I went, he's kind of a meh bad guy. He's fine for what it is, but he's kind of meh. But this was a step up from the first one. So, yeah. Number 1, if you haven't figured it out, is the same as my number 1. The Marine one. There's nothing to beat this one in the Marine ranking. Marine 3, Homefront. What can I say? I love these hometown movies. Everyone knows the name type things. From the officer who's his friend, his sister's boyfriend, and like that. Neil McDonough was a great villain. And this is a great first movie for The Miz to be the Marine. And it's got that hometown feel. And I love the end when they're hugging and that song is playing. I've listened to that song 3 or 4 times today. I'm probably not going to probably listen to it again. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing for supper. But this is a great movie. It's the best of the Marine franchise, and it's the best of Wrestle-A-Thon, bar none. So there it is. I'm done. I'm going to upload these videos, but I'm taking a little bit of break. I don't know if I'll do anything tomorrow. I have to catch up. I need to get back to the Pick 10 special edition, but I also have some movies to catch up on before December. But I also want to start recording before December, recording for December before it starts. Kind of like I did with Halloween Horror Month. So I don't know, I'm conflicted what I want to do here. But I don't want to leave, because if I don't finish Pick 10 Special Edition, it's going to have to wait to be finished till the beginning of next year. I don't want to wait that long. You know, because I have to rank them and I'm going to forget the other movies by then. My memory, not so old. So, I'll figure it out in the interim. Till then, what are your thoughts on my ranking? What are your rankings? Just give me like your top 5, maybe. I don't know. Comments below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.